Quit my job with no backup plan for my mental health. Get ready with me while I tell you guys why I quit my job. Your favorite admin girly is now an unemployed girly. I was an admin girly for a construction company. I worked there for about a year and 4 months. For my admin job, I worked in HR for about a year. Switched to becoming an admin assistant because I wanted some responsibility, but more back office. When you're HR, you have to, consult with people, talk with people. You're a little bit more front and center. The admin assistant job is I actually originally interviewed for the position in December of 2021. However, I ended up having a scheduling conflict to where I could not start the position that following year. A year later, in 2022, I ended up getting a call asking if I would like to re-interview for that same position. Really didn't question why the position was reopened again. I had been an assistant manager to a hookah lounge, definitely looking for a change and wanting to get out of the service industry. When being interviewed, one of the reasons I was hired was because I was social media savvy. Some background on me being social media savvy is in previous companies that I've worked for, I've ran their social media. Now, I really want you to take this with a grain of salt when I say I ran their social media. I've always been interested in social media. I've always thought it was so cool. I would just ask them, hey, if we're having an event, can I just run your Instagram? Can I take pictures? Can I post pictures? That's my extent in terms of social media. In the beginning, everything was honestly really great. Provided my own office. I was offered a hybrid schedule, not micromanaged, able to have creative freedom. I truly felt like my opinion was valued. Me and my boss got along very, very well. Was also very patient and very kind. I had never worked in the construction industry before. There was a lot of lingo that I was not familiar with. I was really a noob. I was starting from the ground up, and he was very patient and respectful of that. My goal was never honestly to stay long term. I normally change jobs within a year. The job honestly made me reevaluate if maybe I wanted to stay longer. Boss was very accommodating. I'm Muslim, so my boss was very accommodating to my Islamic holidays. My coworkers were very nice and kind and generous. I thought that maybe this was the job for me. I never really worked in a toxic work environment before. I really noticed or see the red flags that were progressing till essentially it was too late. For the 8-month mark is really when everything kind of started to change. First thing that I noticed that my work from home was soon abolished. And I wasn't ever given a reason why. The 8-month mark is really when everything kind of started to change. I noticed my boss becoming a little bit more frustrated with my work performance, even though I was doing the same things that I've always done. The way that he was speaking to me was becoming less professional and more personal. His tonality and the way he spoke to me, talking down to me, how quickly frustrated he would get, but then apologizing to me, but getting me gift cards, getting me flowers, getting me candy, buying me lunch, and everything would remain the same. Red flag was the employee turnover. An employee besides myself would stay for more than 6 months. Pivotal moment was when I started doing content creation. Content journey in January of this year. And I went from 93 followers to 10K followers in 3 weeks. I progressed very quickly, and one of my videos actually went viral within the first month of me coming on TikTok. I never specifically told my boss about my TikTok. I honestly didn't know that my TikTok was gonna blow up. Obviously, getting that viral video, he saw my TikTok and he seemed very supportive of it. So-called support turned very, very quickly. Make various comments about my TikTok, slick, shady comments, and I felt like it was kind of spiteful comment or a hater type of comment. Because he saw my success on social media, he felt like our business should have success on social media. This is when I wasn't just an admin assistant, I was now a social media manager. Only was I doing my administrative job, but I was also going down to job sites and filming and editing and posting content almost every single day. I was also in charge of their website. I have no knowledge of website management, website editing. I was learning all of this on the fly. With my now increased workload, It seemed like he was getting more and more frustrated and more unhappy with my work ethic, having a shorter fuse in terms of talking to me. Mental health started to really take a tumble. I was having anxiety every time I would wake up. I would have anxiety that I wasn't doing something correctly, I was second guessing myself, and I was running my own social media and all the opportunities that were presented in my personal life. At this point, my year anniversary came up and I was ready to leave. However, I had just amounted this TikTok success. I felt like I couldn't leave the job, so did not have a backup plan at this point. With all the extra work that I was doing, I really didn't even have time to apply to new jobs. Now, the catalyst of everything is witnessing an altercation between my boss and a client. I understand that high stress situations do happen, that maintaining a professional demeanor is critical. The event really made me reevaluate how safe is this environment. After that, I decided to call a meeting and put all my concerns on the table, and I essentially pre-quit in this meeting. And within that meeting, I really did not feel listened to, and I really did not feel valued or appreciated. Applying to jobs at this point, however, I didn't hear anything back. TikTok was garnering a lot of success. Each month, a video going viral. I had over 6 viral videos. I don't recommend anyone doing what I did. However, I did leave with no notice. A lot of my coworkers had already left at this point, as I found a box that was lying around for my final notice. I have zero regrets about quitting. I honestly think that it was relatively the best decision for me. I'm honestly so grateful for all of you guys who have continuously supported me. Don't know what I want to do next. I don't know if I want to become a full-time content creator. I don't know if I want to become an executive admin assistant. I don't know if I want to get back into HR. I feel like I finally have the time to kind of figure it out. This is my first time since I was 16 years old where I have never worked a job. I'm excited for what's to come. Girl is now an unemployed girly, but we are happy girly. Thank you guys so much for watching. Bye.
I feel for you. I've quit jobs because I thought it was going to break my mental before. Like, mental health is very serious, and I feel like a lot of people don't take that into consideration when they have certain jobs. A lot of jobs you need because of financial help, of course, but over your mental health, I don't think so. I worked in the food industry, in the restaurant industry in Vegas for a long time. So I can tell you, between weird customers, nasty customers, or nasty bosses or nasty co-workers, I've experienced it all. That's why I work for myself now, because I can't do it anymore. What about you? Have you ever experienced like a workplace discomfort that affected your mental health to where you had to leave without a backup plan? Put it in the comment section below.